Hi everybody, we are excited to be heading home with Baron. We just picked him up at the veterinary clinic and he has survived the week very well, and I'm happy to say they took care of him very well also. As you can see, he's all brushed and all cleaned up nicely. So I'm very pleased with how well they did down there. I have nothing but good reports from there. So I'm going to give him a little bit of hay, and we're going to grab a bite to eat, and we're going to continue on our journey. And later on in this video, I hope to talk a little bit more about the specifics of the breeding and what we end up getting from him. Yeah, yep, yep, bye. Up here. Oh. Oh, see, bye. Get your butt in your bell. Oh. Back up, yeah. G. Oh. No. Oh. Get in there. Oh. Bye. Come here. Get in there. Oh. Bye. Bye. Yeah. Maybe. Hey. Hey. Hi everybody. If you're wondering why I can't seem to get my harness stitched up, it is because I don't know. It's really tight for some reason. Of course, we just got home a few days ago from the field days, and who knows what twisting up we might have done, but I got her now. Okay, really just needs to go one more hole normally, but probably what happened or is happening is this ring right here is not quite like it used to be or whatever, but it doesn't matter, it's good. So I'm gonna go hitch on to the wagon, and then I got a lot of things I want to talk to you about. Oh, bye. Oh. I step back. Okay. Oh, Brenda, I left my hitch pin somewhere else.
Any ideas?
Why don't you grab it from my other cart?
Okay.
That's out in the hitch and spreader.
Okay.
Ah. Oh. So this is October 4th, Wednesday. We got home from the weekend at Damnet Field Days and then turned around and headed down to pick up Baron from the vet. And of course, you saw us in the trailer. While we were gone over the weekend, we got all of our tiles for the tiling project we have going on the farm. When he gets here to do it, there's actually more there than I think he'll need, but that's a full tractor trailer there. So we're heading up to the woods to get a quick load of logs. The temperature right now is over 80 degrees. And they said there's supposed to be a high of 86 degrees. Bill is sweating a little bit just from staying in the barn for a couple hours. He was outside this morning. First thing this morning, I put shoes on Baron's feet. I had to pull them all off to take him to the vet, and now I had to put them back on. So I put them all on myself. I was hoping to get the guy that does the shoeing, but he was gone to Maine for a wedding. So I wasn't able to get him, so I said, well, I'm not going to wait till next week. I got to get it done. So I put him on. I was very pleased with how that went, and also with his hind feet. If you recall, a while ago we put shoes on. The last time we put shoes on, we put wedges in portions of the, on the back corners of his hind feet. And I'm telling you, it didn't seem like a problem at all this time. So I'm not going to put the wedges in at all. We're just going to shoe them as normal.
The trees are starting to change, and it was amazing to me how much over the weekend the colors came out. We had a beautiful trip down to pick up Baron yesterday. The leaves were very beautiful along the way, and the scenery was very nice.
Okay, we're getting close to the woods, careful. We're getting close to the woods. The stretch that we've made already was out in the more of the wide open sunshine, and it's just so nice to be able to swing into this stretch of the road where it's a lot shadier and it feels really nice. So I just want to start talking about a few things. Baron has not been worked for probably 2 weeks, and so far he is doing amazingly well. With his new shoes, that's kind of nice. They're not new, but they're just reset. And but I want to tell you guys a story of October 4th, which today is. So today is October 4th, and it's supposed to be a high of 86 degrees, which for us in northern New York is just pretty well unheard of. It might even be breaking a record, I don't even know. But my story goes back over 30 years ago. We've been here since 1991, so I had to be back probably in the late 80s, my guess. And we used to live on this mountaintop, and I remember on October 4th, many years ago, we woke up in the morning to 8 inches of snow. The trees were in full color, and it was a heavy, heavy wet snow, and the trees and branches were down all over the place. We had some pictures, I know, and I don't know if we could ever find them, but maybe we'll look a little bit and show you a picture of that. But anyways, the difference between that day, October 4th, back 35 years ago, and today is incredible. So we're heading up into our woods, and we need to get some tamarack logs for our daughter, Abby. that is making a porch, and we've already sawed out the floor joists for the porch, and now we need to get logs and for the decking. So I need 5/4 stuff, 6 inches wide, enough to do the decking on her porch. This morning, because it was so hot and the forecast was calling for such heat, and because Baron hadn't worked for 2 weeks, I decided I'm just going to run up with a 4-wheeler, my chainsaw, and cut a couple trees and put them in a pile so that I can come up with just the wagon and with the skid steer just pick them on and come home. It'll be a very small load, just 2 trees, but I don't care. With Baron hasn't worked for 2 weeks. This is another thing I try to do when they haven't worked for a long time. I try to gradually get them back into shape. So on a hot day like this late in the year, it's kind of tough on them, and so by doing just a small load today will be just about the right thing to do. So I'm going to tell you what happened with Baron and how things went down to the vets that we took him to have semen extracted and froze. There's a lot of things to talk about. I basically know very little about this subject, but I have learned quite a lot in the last little bit. So I found out that a lot of horses, a lot of stallions, their semen does not freeze well. So it's really not a good option for a lot of stallions. Fortunately for us with Baron, his does freeze up good. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Jason Rutledge just recently, and he actually owns Baron's grandfather. And he has done a little bit of artificial breeding, but it was all with just what they call chilled semen. And you guys that know more about this, by all means, correct me in the comments if I'm saying the wrong thing. But anyways, he did some chilled semen, but his stallion's semen would not freeze, or not freeze well. So he was not able to do that, so he could not ship his semen any distance. It had to go pretty well directly into the mare. Since I was able to do frozen semen, this will be able to be shipped long distance and kept in a container that's specifically made for this to keep it frozen. And so then when it gets to people's houses that have the mares, then their veterinarian can go through the process of inseminating their mare. There is also the option, if anybody wanted to bring the mares to the veterinarian place where we actually have this done and where our semen is stored, that's an option too. So I've told you guys all along that I was going to get some semen drawn and then I was going to castrate Baron. That is still in my plans. That's still what I'm planning to do. But when I went to pick him up, the vet there was just saying how well he did, both in the collection and the fact that his semen freezes up so well, that she was quite disappointed that I'm going to castrate him at this time. So I guess what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to give you guys a price for the rest of this year. And so what I'm thinking about doing is seeing if anybody wants any of this semen and to buy it now so that you're assured of getting some, because there's going to be a time, no matter what happens, of a limited amount of semen. So we've had like 15 people approach us and say they want some semen, but I know how that works. Sometimes you say you do and then something happens, you end up not. So I've got to be careful not to, spend my money on a enterprise that is not profitable. And I really don't want to go into the enterprise of having semen to sell and all that good stuff. But if I was to get enough people to buy the semen this fall, they probably wouldn't use it this fall, they'd wait till spring, but to buy the semen this fall, I would be willing to take Baron down to the vets a time or two more to maybe even get more semen stored for future use. This semen, I've been told, is actually good for 20 years. And so that's a wonderful thing. Now, this veterinarian place, which I'm really happy with, have the facility to store the semen for me, and it's just a monthly charge, and doesn't matter how much semen, how many straws there are, it's the same price per month, which seems quite reasonable to me. So, that being said, I am planning on charging. A lot of people have asked me, and a lot of people I'm sure would like to know whether they're interested or not. I'm planning on charging $500 for the semen charge. Now that's not the whole price of things, unfortunately. That is just what I will get for the semen. And that is a little bit higher than I charged here at home when I did it last year, but I'm having a lot more expenses by doing it this way. The problem with the whole AI system is you need to ship this semen, and that costs money. So I've been told by the vet there that, and they'll take care of that, the price is $350 to do the shipping, which turns into a lot of money. But that's just the way it is with AI, with draft horses or any horses. So that's what we're talking. And if you guys have a desire to get some semen, like I said, the more you buy, the less the shipping is going to cost you, because they can ship however many straws in the container as you want. And so that would save a lot on shipping costs. Also, if you have a place in your area where it could be stored, then you could just ship it all at once and you'd have enough for several years of breeding if that's what you choose to do. I'm getting unsure of what I've said and what I still need to say. Help me, Brenda, if I'm missing something here.
Well, if you already expressed an interest and emailed us, we are going to do that first come, first serve.
Yes.
Right? We're going to email everyone with what you just said,
Yes.
and then they are going to need to respond to us. So we want to take care of those people first, and in the order they responded, and then we can figure out how many more doses we have,
Right.
and if we want to do this again.
I believe that there are very, very, very few people that are shipping semen, from Suffolk Punch horses in the United States. So it's kind of a rare thing. Of course, as you guys know, it's a rare breed. So you know, it's a first come, first serve type of thing. So I'm not saying that you have to buy it and pay for it now. You can wait till next year. It's just I can't guarantee that we'll have it for years to come.
Let us know if you have questions, and we can try to get them answered for you if we don't know the answer.
I have tried to show Baron and even his brothers in the process of training them to give you guys a pretty good idea what we're dealing with and you know, how these horses have been doing, so you can get a pretty good idea what could be expected of, you know, your foals when they come in.
Well, at least one half of their foals.
Yes.
The people down at the equine center just couldn't say enough nice things about Baron, his how he acted and everything. They really seemed to love him down there, which was really nice.
Also,
They took good care of him.
Also, if you have a desire to do this, I'm pretty certain that if you were to email us, we can give you the telephone number of the vet that we dealt with, and I'm pretty darn sure she'd be more than willing to talk to you about all the ins and outs of AI breeding, because I really don't know a lot about it.
Are you planning on AI breeding on our farm?
Yes, I am. Well, it depends. If Lady is bred, I'm not sure what I'll do, because I would end up would have ended up with two horses of the, that would be full brother, sister, or two sisters, whatever. If she didn't get bred this year, then yes, I definitely plan on breeding her next year AI, which I can do because I have a vet close by to me that can do that. So the reason I'm talking so much about this right now is the fact that I have to decide myself, do I want to get Baron castrated and when? And do I? Yes, I do. But I could wait a little while and take them down there once or twice more to get it done. So another thing I could share with you guys, after I get through this rough spot of the trail, really stony here. So anyways, another thing I want to share with you guys. So we got him down there last Monday, a week ago Monday. And so they didn't do the first extraction until Tuesday. And they were so pleased at how well he did. But the first semen that they drew that he had was not that good a quality, which is fairly normal. So we ended up with 3 times that they did it. So it was Tuesday, Thursday, and the following Tuesday, which was the day we picked him up. And each day it actually got better. So we have enough semen to breed 17 mares at this time, which is not that much. We had no idea what to expect, but the second time that they did it, I can't remember exactly what it was. So on Tuesday when we were coming home, she texted me after she was done taking care of the semen, and she was very pleased because they had enough in the one time for 7 mares. So that it was good to know that his semen is very fertile and it's also very freezable. So it made me think, well, maybe I should wait a little while before I castrate him. And, if it's truly a profitable enterprise. But I guess we're just going to have to see on that. This trail is rough as can be, but we're almost there. Oh.
Can I just go in front of them?
You can.
I'd rather do that. If I don't fall. Boys, how are we doing?
I'm going to pull them up just a little bit more, Brenda. Just a little bit. Oh. Oh.
You like that, huh? That's a blackberry bush, Bill. You're eating that?
It's pretty rough all the way out, loaded.
I had so much love to not ride.
Okay, I'll let you walk. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I hate taking a load that looks really small out with me because I guess I'm a little bit vain.
I'm a little bit happy that you're doing that for Barry's sake. He hasn't worked for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna turn around, or are you going out this way? Okay.
Careful step. Careful. Hold it back. 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 Careful. 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 Hold it back. Hold it back. Hold it back. Hold it back.
Hey logs, if you want to take a look, that's where you're going to be ending up. Right on that porch. Jim just has to bring them home, saw them up, put them in the dry kiln, plane them, and they'll be back up there. Don't you love where we live? Sure is nice to have this quiet road to live on. Home again, jiggity jog.
Yeah, we're all done on this job. Thanks for coming along. And any thoughts on the AI breeding? Let us know in the comments below and or with an email. And I'll make that decision as to when to do the castrating better when I get more more feedback from you guys. Have a great day.
Thanks for coming. Bye.